Wow, incredible moves from Hbar. If you remember, the last update, I do believe, was just before that crazy pump ever since down here. So we were actually making the update on this. We were talking about this and wow, a good few things happened. So the day before this candle, we were looking at this red one. We were saying a close below the 0.5 fib would actually be a bearish signal to continue lower. However, you can see the direct next day, and we made a video update on this day. We were essentially saying, I am expecting a push up to this wick. I was actually saying I'm not expecting us to push through it. But if we are shown that we push through it, we're making the reversal wave, we're creating the reversal wave, because this wick rejection is happening for a reason. We're having this big push down, the move is over, and we're retracing, basically chilling out for the next wave down. So there's a few things we need to see happen for that to come to fruition. So of course, we need to reject the golden pocket and see follow through. So losing these EMAs, once we lose these EMAs and the 382 fib, then it is our path downwards. Of course, you could still form a higher low somewhere like the 236 to head back up. But when we're looking at the Fibonacci rules and what its main purpose is basically you measure a push. It's basically telling you these are the levels you can pull back to, and this is where you want to, in this example, look for shorts. So you'd wait for rejections in certain key areas. So we see here the 618, the 0.5, we rejected it, but we didn't get that follow through. We didn't close below the 382 to continue lower. And luckily enough, the direct next day, I was saying that we're probably going to try and fill in the wick. I wasn't thinking we were going to take it out, but I always say if it does break through the golden pocket, you create the reversal wave, and your next target is that 786. So with the close above the 618, you can actually see we pumped to the 786 and closed above it. But yeah, I don't really like that. So although that we closed above the 200 and the 786 without pulling back, especially that we closed above the 786. Not too fussed about pushing through the 200 moving average. I've seen that multiple times. That's how we flip a trend bullish. We have to go through it, of course, just flip it into support. But yeah, the push through the 786 and never basically, as we started going towards it, never really retesting it in the past, just pushing through. See here, not really respecting it, pushing through, going back under. So it's an area of fake outs that we've seen in the past. So this is why we're getting this daily candle close today. Can you see the current candle? That's a shooting star. However, let's not get overexcited because, there's still 5 hours left. There's still 6 hours of the day left, and anything can happen in those 6 hours. However, if it were to close as is, you can see actually today we were above the 786 and we're rejecting it. And if we close below that wick, can you see that wick right there? That wick right there. 6711153. Close below that, and we're definitely getting this continuation back down. We would be looking for a retest of the golden pocket. Of course, if something random, if it stops and reverses, don't worry, I'll be here over the next few days to update you guys on Hbar. But for now, it looks like we're rejecting that 786, even though it looked like he closed above it. I don't personally like that. I don't mind closing above this. It's just that, yeah, we never really respected it as resistance. We just pushed through. So again, we should expect continuation, right? And then it just reversed, and now it looks like that could have been a fake out. So let's hope that this whole move up wasn't a fake out, because technically if we're falling back under the 200 moving average, that's signaling for continuation of a downtrend, and a downtrend is lower lows below that. However, I do think that we're going to put in higher lows, to be honest, guys. Again, I could be proved wrong. I need to just be shown that. I need to see lower lows, of course. There's of course going to be a fib retracement. I can put it on for you now. From the low to the high, it's telling you, look, you can come down to this area over here, the 382. You're allowed to come down to the 382, which is interesting because over here we were saying if we close below the 382, that's when we head down. So yeah, you can actually come to the 382 and still go up. Interesting, because we said only if you lose 382 we're going down. And so if we're not losing it, we're not going down. So if we're holding it, we're going up. And that's why we're also saying we can come down to it. As long as we hold it, we can actually reverse and continue upwards, onwards and upwards. Why? Because the 55 is there. Also a lot of resistance here. Just flip it in support. I know you would be losing this 5 month long support. But you got your moving averages there. There is a resistance. You could have another scare where you're holding it, boom, and then come back in and then take out the 1 fib level and head higher. Of course, that's pain, isn't it? So let's see how it is going to pan out over the next few days and weeks. We'll head over to the 15-minute time frame quickly, but I already marked out that level we want to lose over here, 67144. If you're not losing that, we're not going down. Lose it, we're going down. But for the moment, you can see, just draw a line simply like that. You got your range low. At the moment, you're holding it as support. Can you see you've wicked off of it and you've closed a bullish candle above it? So could it be that we're heading back to these moving averages in the short term? Yeah, you could get hammered back down and that's the time we lose it. We want to see that sign. For the moment, as we're above it, yeah, we're expecting this continuation back up to at least the 20. But yeah, let's just see if it closes below this. Last final thing, there to there. We need to get back above where this got rejected. Can you see it pushed all the way down? We're now going to get pulled towards this. So if we can hold above the low, we can get pulled towards that. Only if we're climbing above 7.5 cent, we will pump to 7.7. And only if we're clearing the 1 fib level can we head to these 8.5 cent, 9 cent targets. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's update. I will, of course, be back tomorrow, but yeah, a daily candle close below that red line and we could be starting this dump back down towards this. Doesn't mean 100% we're going to go down there, but this is where I would be targeting. Of course, if we're shown reversals at any moment in time, that could be the sign, okay, this is a higher low, we're not coming all the way down, let's reverse. But I need to be shown the signs. Until then, a close below the 786 for me would signal a dump down to here. And if you've been following along with my other crypto updates, we've actually been going through some past trades that I've been showing in the chat, going in a bit more detail, of course, making sure everyone understands it and can learn from it and apply it in their own work. Again, if you want to do that, just hit the link underneath this for the Twitter. Just private message me for the course, for the mentorship. You get the chat included. But yeah, if you've been watching those videos, you would know that I've been trading the levels. So usually I'm putting in a buy trade if it's going through the 618 to the 786 because there's no guarantee we go higher. In this case you did, but it looks like already it's reversing. Let's say I did have my target at the 1 fib level and we entered here and it's gone way into profit, almost met the target. Let's say my target's there instead of the 786. If it was the 786, target met, out of the trade, boom. But if the target was up there, it would have reversed back under the 786 already with risk to come back down here. Let's say my stop loss was here. If we're up there already near the 1 fib level, my stop loss would be moved to entry. So if we now come down to entry, I just wasted the trade because I was greedy. I wanted it to go up there. I was too greedy, so that's why I like to take this trade to there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's Hbar update. Like, subscribe and comment. And the reason why I said from there to there, and then if you don't break above the 786, you come back under, it makes sense. If we did there to there, then if we're not breaking this, we should come back down to there. That's my thinking, guys. That's my thinking. You can be completely against it. That's totally fine. I don't care. It works for me. I don't care if it don't work for you. It should work, because if it works for me, it should work for you. If it's not working out for you, you're doing something wrong. Let me teach you. Let me get it down into your brain. Brainwash you till you get it stuck, engraved into your mind. And then, yeah, you'll become a self-sufficient trader. If you want to do that, hit the link underneath this video. Take you to my Twitter where you can private message me there. We can get you started today. Thank you, guys.